Hello, everyone. My name is Alan Martinez, and welcome to my sneak peek slash rehearsal of my One Human show. So, why don't I show you what I have now? And tomorrow, I'm going to be doing my first scene of my One Human show, because I'll explain along the way. So, as you can see, this is the space I will be using for my One Human show. Uh, I could I wish it could have been bigger, but since we are in a difficult situation, we gotta use what we can use, I suppose. Now, a lot of the stuff in here will be moved. I do have my parents' permission to move some of this stuff. Of course, some of it will still stay, like these tiles, because they are heavy as heck. And of course, we will have this room in total darkness, because that is the theme I will be having. Let me turn on one of these lamps so that way it won't have to be so total darkness. Let's see, there we go. And there we go. And there's gonna be a few more lamps in here for my One Human show, so it won't be just the one. Of course, that bush will be taking off, so it won't be in the way. But yeah, this is how my One Human show is gonna look like in the dark. Well, more darker because the sun is barely settling down. So yeah, it's gonna be super dark and you won't be able to see like what's on the other side of the room on the wall. All right. Okay, so what I am looking for in this rehearsal is, of course, like any actor or director or playwright, to just see what we can come up with the space, what they can like bring into the table, as into how I feel, where I can go, where I can walk. And of course I will have other props, but since this is I'm living with my parents, they have only given me the one time to mess up this room, because just like them, I also like to keep everything tidy. But since this is a One Human show, I'm gonna like turn this room that I just showed a little bit earlier into like a spooky room. I guess that's what I'm trying to get. But yeah, the only prop I have with me is this blanket. Of course, it's not gonna be the blanket I'll be using. I'm gonna still keep looking for other stuff that I can use that's more appropriate for the One Human show that I'm gonna be doing. So yeah, so here is what I have so far as well memorized so far. So I do hope you enjoy, and let's see where this is. Let's see where this goes. I could have had a good life. Give everything the world could ever want. Make my family proud. And have all my friends stand with me to the end. I could have had it all, like any other normal person. But I'm not. I'm not a normal person. I am different. I am, as you say, abnormal. But others like to use the term freak. I have many other names besides that one. Monster, alien, beast, weirdo, abomination, and other names I wish not to say. But out of all the many names I was given, there was one that many liked to define me. The root of all evil.
What the heck are you? Are you some kind of screw up? You think that you will ever be like us? You're so stupid. You're the reason the world is a big mess. You root of all evil.
I don't know what I did wrong. Why do so many people hate me? Why does the whole world hate me? For years I've tried looking for the answer. To find the reason so that I can improve myself. The only thing I can think of is what my doctor said to me 20 years ago. The big news that changed my life forever. I was 5 years old when it happened. I was as cheerful as I can be. I see my mom smiling next to me as we walk down the hospital's corridor. We were both laughing. We entered the doctor's waiting room, signed in, and waited for me to be called upon. I was watching a Disney movie on the TV. Don't quite remember what it was though. I guess it wasn't that interesting to remember. And they say every Disney movie is magically unforgettable. Time has passed and I was called in next. I was so excited. I was brought in because I was having trouble learning at school. So I thought the doctor was going to help me find a solution to my problem. After a moment, the doctor came back with a diagnosis. And it wasn't what I was expecting. The doctor said, at the time, I didn't know what he meant and what he said. But I can never forget the tears running down my mom's eyes. She yelled at the doctor and we left. To me, oblivious to the whole situation. I asked my mom what happened. Why are you crying? And what the doctor meant about me having developmental delay. My mom said to just forget about it, that there was nothing wrong with me. I believed her back then. But as I grew older over the years, I now know what I have and what it has cost me. I don't understand. Why was I born with this disability? My mom says that God made everyone perfect, that we all have a purpose in His plans. Then what is my purpose with this disability? What am I supposed to gain from this when the world demands perfection? I am not perfect, neither mind nor skill. Even though this disability has caused me to have no friends, I have found ways to distract myself from all the negativity. This has brought me to all of you. You, when I felt alone and no one wanted to be with me. Film, movies, it gave me stories, characters, world building, and heartwarming messages. It has brought me great motivation and encouragement. It's almost like I made my first friends. Well, almost. And you, when I thought I was to remain the only boy in the family, 2 new cousins entered my life. And they were both boys. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy having fun with my girl cousins. And it wasn't all that bad. I got out alive and all I received was my hair turning pink. Yeah. It did take a while to get off though. But now, finally, 2 boy cousins. How I was waiting for this moment. Even though the first 5 years when they're just babies, I felt like a good thing was about to happen. Sasuke and Diego gave me everything that I was hoping for. And then we come to you, the moment I have been waiting for. I was 11 years old. 3 kids came up to me and asked me to come with them. I felt so much happiness. I thought that I was going to be like everyone else. Someone very important amongst the people. That is, until I truly faced reality. Those 3 kids didn't want to be friends. They wanted me to be their servant. They believed that I am the reason why the world is truly broken. Why it's always in chaos. I was to blame for every bad thing into the world. And that I must be restrained and contained. I couldn't believe what I heard. But I accepted to be their loyal servant. I thought that it was the only other way to be among the people. And for a while, I felt that. I felt good about it. For years, I've held that to heart. That I have finally believing that I have found my rightful place amongst the people. Believing that I have found my rightful place amongst the people. That is until middle school. When the ones I called masters announced that if I were to be killed, then the world will finally know peace. And that is what everyone did. They all tried to kill me. After that is when I lost all hope. That is when I lost all hope in all of you. Seeing how no one wants me, I decided to cut off all ties with anyone. Because what is the point if the end result is always the same? So for the next 10 years, I isolated myself from everyone. You couldn't give me what I wanted. The meaning of love, experiencing friendship, knowing what it is to be human. There were even times when I felt that my own family pitied me. You've given me the one thing I didn't want. Solitude. Okay, well, that is what I've memorized so far. I memorized a bit more today, so when I go to sleep, I'll be able to have it all down in my head. So tomorrow, I will have the full first scene fully memorized. And as you can tell from my rehearsal process, my head was cut off. I do apologize for that. It's kind of hard to where I can record, so that way I can know which places where I can record better. But tomorrow, when I'm gonna record the full scene 1, I'm actually gonna have a cameraman. My cousin is going to come in and he's gonna record the best places. Sorry about that. The best places to actually see my face and have like better cinematography, as you would like to put it. But that is what I have so far. And tomorrow, the first full part 1 of my One Human show will be complete. And well, of course, when the final comes in, I will have scene 1 and scene 2 put together, and we'll see how it looks out and see how it looks. I'm not very good at talking, but I do hope you enjoy this rehearsal process. There were a couple of things that I did like as I was looking around and just seeing what I can use actually when I do the real thing for tomorrow. But until then, you all have wonderful good nights, good mornings, good days, even though we're in this very serious problematic time. But other than that, and thank you for watching, and you all have a good time.